ये कलसेगा की गैंग के की मेंबर्स हैं। इन्हें मारना हो।
Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
So, hi Atul, Hussain, Gaurav. Welcome to IndianExpress.com. Congratulations for class of 83. My first question is for Atul. How challenging does it become to establish a certain era on screen?
Very challenging depending on the means that you have, and that's the fun of it. My main attraction to this film was, apart from Vijay Singh's character, which was my, the first thing that I fell in love with, was also the charm of creating a period which I sort of grew up in, which was the early 80s and the mid 80s and then the late 80s. So it was challenging, but it was so much fun that it never struck as a challenge which is hard, but always as an opportunity to live through an experience. Of course, we have very resourceful production house in Red Chillies and very good technicians available in the town to recreate that. Right. So it was fun to do this,
Hussain, a lot of your stories have been adapted on screen. So, as a writer, how much of a creative liberty are you willing to give to the makers?
See, writing a book and making a movie are two different mediums. With book, you are having certain restrictions and you have to be limited to the facts, and you cannot take liberties, creative license when writing a story. But movie making or doing that on a screen is different. You have to take liberties. You have to fictionalize the whole era element. You have to change the character. You have to take so much of liberties. I am totally ignorant about the movie making part. So once the book rights are gone and I have discussed my story, then it's all filmmaker and director's job to do this.
How much are you expecting from Class of 83? Of course, the film is ready and it's about to release, but what are the expectations from this one?
The audience, the lay audience, is going to get a peep into the police functioning, the police depression, the psych, and what all they do, how they think, and how they react to certain situations. I mean, I'm sure that no movie has been made about the training of police force, how one very decorated, illustrious officer was part of this kind of routine, and how he trained them to go and excel in such a way that he comes out with a batch of proper crime busters. So that's the most exciting part, which I think audience has not experienced, which they're going to see in this movie.
Gaurav, if I come to you, how do expectations change when a film goes for a digital release?
For a creator, producer, writer, or any of the talent attached, the important thing is that whatever you create should go to consumers. It should be available to consumers. It is their choice whether they want to exercise that choice or not. Our job is to create something and make sure that it is offered to consumers, and Netflix gives us that reach. So in terms of till the time it's being available, I don't think anything changes because consumer has a choice.
Atul, take me through the casting process, because of course the film also, apart from senior actors, there's a bunch of newcomers. And how did that happen? How did you get hold of them, and then of course getting Bobby on board?
Casting of the other people like Anup and everybody, it was all based on the screen tests that they gave, and we selected them from that. But casting of the cadets was something that had given me nightmares right from the start. More than the fact that it's a period film, the fact that if these 5 go wrong, the whole film was threatened to go wrong. And that was something both myself and Abhimanyu Ray, the casting director, were very conscious of. And what we did, we keep testing people not just individually but in a batch of 5, and we kept rotating them until we came up with a short list of 15. And then with 15, and we didn't assign any particular part to any actor. They were testing for all of them. They were just reading for all the characters all the time. So it's not just sometimes acting talent per se, it's also the chemistry that an actor can create with another actor as a couple or as a group of friends. which was very important for this. And I think these 5 boys were the ones who sort of, in our opinion at least, stood out at that moment.
And how about getting Bobby and other actors?
Sometimes, when you get a feedback from an actor and you realize who is the one who's in most sync with the emotion of the script and who doesn't want to change anything in it, who sees within the script every relatable emotion applies to him
Right.
and is very eager to channelize it out. And that was, only Bobby who sort of gave us that confidence that, he would like to do it the way it is written without changing anything here and there. We could see that, in the years that he has spent in this industry, he has gone through most of those emotions. Of course, he's also a father of 2 teenage children. So he's in that age and he's in that frame of mind where, somewhere these emotions needed for himself to come out. So when we had that interaction, it sort of cemented in my head that he's the best choice among the others that were available to us.
So my question is for you, Hussain. Do you think that this film might have some viewers who will think that the story is depicting police in a bad light?
I think the police is depicted in a positive light in this movie. What I see here is that there is a guy who is even willing to oppose his political masters to go after the criminal. So to me, it looks that it is showing the heroism of the police, and to me, it's showing that they are so committed to their duty that regardless of whatever the political masters say, they want to bring the bad guys to book.
Gaurav, how do you see the entire film business in this now post-COVID times?
Content consumption is at peak. I think that's the best sign. People are spending more time streaming, watching television. That's a great news. That means more content is required. The only questionable part is when does theatres will open and how will theatres react and will they go back to normalcy or not? You have more avenues, you are reaching out to. I'll give you an example. There are 2 set of examples. One is that if you make a film and if you have to release across the globe, it's going to be tough because we can't afford print and advertising in every country. Here, if you make a film like Class of 83, you can go to multiple countries at the same point of time.
Has read book adaptation in Bollywood till now?
A good book adaptation in Bollywood, I think Guide.
Yeah.
I have not seen that many movies and read that many books to comment which was the best adaptation.
Which
I'll
book
answer
you
for
would like
Hussain
to read,
Zaidi.
probably?
I'll answer for Hussain, sir. Black Friday.
I was about to say that. Okay. That's gonna be
Who has been your favorite police hero on screen?
Amitabh Bachchan?
Suresh Oberoi in a film
Yeah.
called Thikana. He plays a very corrupt officer, but who's very caring for his family. So he's the villain of the film. That kind of complex character which Mr. Mahesh Bhatt created in that film hasn't happened with police. But of course, as a hero cop, Amitabh Bachchan and Tanzir.
A fictional character you'd like to see in a film?
One of my favorite books is actually getting made into the film in Hollywood. It's the character of a narcotics cop from the book called The Power of the Dog.
I need 5 reasons to watch Class of 83.
5 reasons to watch. It's watch it for the Bombay that will never be ever anymore. What it was. Watch it for that. Watch it for Bobby Deol. Watch it for Viju Shah. Watch it for the great story that it and the ideology that it represents of the policemen of that era. And watch it because I've made it. That's the 5th reason.